Yes. All right, thank you. Good morning, guys. As you can see, I just picked up one pallet weighing about 1,700 pounds from Long Island City. I've been picking up a lot from this place too, which is good. I'm glad that I get some business from these guys. It's waterproofing, building equipment.
At the light, use the left two lanes.
Not too bad.
To merge onto I-495
regular size pallet, 1,700 pounds, no complaints. I'm delivering it to Lower Manhattan. I'm hoping it's not in that Wall Street district, because those Wall Street district deliveries is a complete nightmare. You're not going to find any parking, and there's a high risk for tickets. So I'm hoping that's not the case. I do want to point out that I was late. Okay, I was an hour and 4 minutes late to the pickup. And these people that I'm contracted with, they're very, very strict. So I can tell they're being nice to me now, but I got a feeling I'm going to be reprimanded. So I just told them, hey, I was stuck in traffic, which is the case. I was stuck in traffic, and there was school buses and stuff like that. But, you know, with these guys, you know, it's all about money. So they don't care, man. They don't care. If you cross them, they're going to either stop giving you deliveries, or they're going to find a way to, you know, make your time on the platform fairly difficult. So, all right. 35 minutes to the drop. I'll see you guys there. All right, peace. Alright guys, stop number 3 is complete, and that one was very, very smooth. You know, this delivery is actually right next to the old World Trade Center area. A very, very chaotic area, but to be honest, this is actually one of the more better days to do a delivery. Literally not that much traffic, not a lot of pedestrians. I'm getting a lot of green lights. I don't have no issues. I called the dude probably like 8 minutes before and let him know that I was 5 minutes away. That's a little bit of a little trade-off thing that I like to do. I also wanted to point out the stock market yesterday, and it performed really, really well. The NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and the Dow Jones all finished in green, which is a good day for the economy, so to speak. I'm actually investing a lot into AI, artificial intelligence. I have this ETF called ARTY. It's called ARTY. And that one specifically is into the companies that use artificial intelligence as their main source of production, if you want to call that. And it is doing really well, and I'm so excited about that because I took a gamble on it, and it's looking like the gamble has paid off. Well, is paying off, because it's only going to get worse. I'm about to say worse. It's only going to get better. Yesterday, with that said, I got home a little bit early, so I decided to get on my investment app and buy some more stocks and ETFs for my portfolio. You know, I have some cash sitting around, so, you know, I just kind of pick and choose what I want. But I'm really excited about the ARTY, ARTY. ARTY. Look it up, and you guys should jump onto it. I'll break down my portfolio a little bit more down the road, but all right, I'm on to stop 4. All right. All right, guys, stop 4 and 5 is complete. I picked up a small bag from a clothing store, and then I delivered it to an office building. I'm guessing somebody ordered something online and they had it delivered to their job. That's my guess.
Stay in the second lane from left.
I want to give you guys the heads up that the commission on that one was $13. Okay, man, you in New York City? Why are you doing a damn delivery for $13? That doesn't make any sense. And guess what? You're 150% right. But remember, New York City is scamming us delivery guys, right? They're scamming all of us. Okay, I pay $14.40 every time I step a foot in this city to make any kind of pickup or delivery that's below 60th Street. Think about that. I'm getting charged
Go past this light,
to work in
left.
my own city. Now, I can understand if I'm crossing a bridge like the George Washington Bridge, the Holland Tunnel, stuff like that. I can get that part. But the fact that they are charging me to drive around in the city is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So with that said, I picked up that $12, let's just say $13. I picked up that $13 order to offset or pay for the congestion charge. So it's kind of look like I kind of break even with the congestion fee.
In 1 mile,
plus,
First Avenue.
it was going in the direction. It was going in the direction of where I was going, and it's very little miles. Okay. So all it is just this start of me strategically planning to offset that congestion fee. Now you could argue, well, it's gas, right? Gas. Well, I already know I pay $20 in gas every day. I already know that. I pay $20 in gas every single day. So that's never going to change. If I know I'm going long distance, then I know I'm going to pay a little bit more. But I know this delivery route today is about $20. So, you know, I'm not going to go any more or less than that. All right. All right. All right, stop 6 is done. A quick drop off laundry, pick up laundry, pretty easy. I don't know what it takes me, about 10-15 minutes just to get that stuff done. I'm gonna make a stop at Dunkin' Donuts to get me a medium iced coffee. Now, I've actually been trying my best to stop eating out and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I actually put myself on a budget, you know, because my take on it is that you spend so much money eating out You know, you guys can get down in the comments and let me know when you guys are working, how much money are you guys spending when you guys are eating out? I mean, you know, when you guys are eating out, you know, during your work time. I'm eager to know. You know, I spend somewhere around $10 a day. You know, I think the max the other day was like $21, and I was just buying some of the dumbest shit. Bags of chips, Starbucks, you know. When you're trying to invest and build wealth, you have to think like one of those investors and one of those rich people, so to speak. And what those guys constantly do, they make their own lunch, they make their own coffee, you know. They spend more of their money on assets, things that's gonna allow them to grow a little bit. They ain't out here spending money on Dunkin' Donuts and Starbucks every couple of hours, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get me medium iced coffee, and that should kind of take me through the rest of the day until I get home, to be honest with you. I'm actually out of water and I'm getting a little thirsty. I figured let me get some caffeine in me, that way I can, you know, progress my day a little bit longer. All right. Guys, I just finished stop number 7. Now this was a very important one, okay, and let me tell you why. All right, he mentioned that
left onto Clarkson Street.
As soon as he saw my name come up on the screen that I was going to be the driver for him, he actually said he was very happy about it, because I've worked with this guy before.
In a quarter mile, turn right.
I provided good customer service to him. I got everything done on time. I was relatively active in the pickup with the boxes and stuff. And he just appreciated the service, you know. In other words, he really liked my customer service. No issues, no drama, good, clean driving. And that's exactly how I like to do it. The other thing I wanted to point out was he said that, you know, our vibe was so cool, you know, that he wanted to offer me like free tickets to the museum. I'm guessing he's one of these museum guys, okay? So he said anytime you and your family want to come, he'll give me free tickets. And that's how that's what I appreciate. That's what I appreciate. Because this business is really all about connections. It's all about connections. It's all about the vibes that you give off, you know, and this is why we do it, right? At the end of the day, why would you want to work with a driver or a customer who gives you problems, gives you stress, and provides an environment that you just don't really want to be a part of? You know what I'm trying to say? You know, there's one thing we could do is chase the money, right? We can chase the money, which I know a lot of you guys love to do. Chase the money, but nah, man, that's not how I'm choosing to build wealth. I'm not choosing to build wealth like that. I'm going to choose the situation that works best for me. And I've said this over and over and over. I'm not interested in the theatrics. I'm not interested in the stress. and I'm not interested in the drama. And you have to pay me well for me to provide a service for you. All right. Just picked up from a middle school. Just 3 boxes. Unfortunately, I got caught in the rain, which sucks. But I should be able to get this one done quickly. All right, folks, that about wraps things up. That last pickup and delivery, we'll just say stop 10. That was a middle school to middle school pickup and delivery. I delivered 3 boxes of testing material. Looks like a lot of paper. You know, I don't see like supplies or anything like that, but it looks like it was a lot of paper. And it was pretty easy too, besides the rain. However, I don't like school pickups and deliveries, all right? When I first got to the first location, the first school in Crown Heights, Brooklyn, them kids were all over the place. And if you know me by now, I do not like high stress environments. I'm just not interested. It's not really worth the money to me. But at the end of the day, the lady came downstairs. She met me downstairs, took me in the elevator, picked up the 3 books, bought the books outside, loaded up with the car, and then took it to the drop-off. And that's that. So overall, was the mileage worth the money? Absolutely. They were only 1 mile apart. Good money. There's no complaints there. So I would say, 10 stops for today is not bad at all. And one of the best parts about my route today was that I dictated truly where I wanted to go. I wanted to kind of be a little bit in Brooklyn, spend more time in Long Island City. The Long Island City set me up for the Manhattan pickup. The Manhattan pickup set me up for the middle school. Everything kind of worked well. I mean, there wasn't 1 mile on my car that was wasted. And what I always do, my formula for success, I take my commission, I deduct the expenses, and then I take a percentage of the net, and I invest about 12 to 15% of that. Really depends on how I'm feeling. All right, guys, that's all I have for you for today. Remember, discipline creates financial freedom. Discipline creates financial freedom. If you can stay locked in, be disciplined, and create a plan, then the sky is the limit. I've been doing that since I was 5 years old, and I have had no complaints. Peace out, y'all. All right, thanks.